talk baby clothes, I appreciate not all of you will have babies, but you might know friends who are having them, or you might be about to be a grandparent, or you may just wish to use up some of your scraps on something cute and interesting that you can stash away to give to friends and family at the right point. I have made Matilda quite a few things. I didn't think I was going to. I thought I wouldn't have time, but as it turns out, it's been rather a joy. So I thought I would share with you my top 5 baby patterns that I have made, and there's one knitting pattern that was gifted to me, which I've also really loved, so I thought I would share. So, first things first, I only made one thing for Matilda before she was born. I didn't really want to tempt fate, I think, and I don't know how big she was going to be, and you know, small people grow very fast, so I decided that I wouldn't overdo it and make too much stuff. But the first thing I have made lots and lots of, so it was clearly a good choice. I have 2 cardigan top sort of items, I've got 2 all-in-ones, I've got 2 sets of bottoms, and then this knitted cardigan pattern. So hopefully between them, those all give you something interesting that you might be wanting to make. So, first things first. The first thing that I made was this. These are the Dandelion Dungarees by Sew Over It. It is a lovely, lovely pattern. Quite quick to sew. You make it in stretch knit cotton, though to be honest it would work in a woven, I think, because they're quite roomy. This fabric is from Higgs and Higgs, as is the reversible side. They are fully reversible. So if your baby is sick, does a poo, rolls in jam, and you're out and about and you manage to not let it seep through the whole fabric. Nice thought, isn't it? You can take them off and turn them round and it looks like nothing ever happened. Brilliant. So these are gorgeous. She wore these home from the hospital. I love them. They're amazing. But yes, it's a gorgeous pattern, highly recommended. I will link to all of the patterns and all of the fabrics where they're available in the description box, so don't worry, you can look at them there if you are interested and would like to make your own. I also will link to the set of snaps, poppers, that I bought off Amazon, which are pretty cheap and cheerful, but come with everything you need, including kind of the clamps to attach them, and they're double-sided. They've got a button finish on both the front and the back side, so if you're making reversible stuff, and I've made quite a lot of reversible stuff, the poppers look great on either side, and they come in great, beautiful colours, so they go with almost anything. So there we go, Dandelion Dungarees. This is in the newborn size. I think they go all the way up to about 2 years, but it's very clear on the pattern, so if you follow the link to the description, in the description box, it will tell you the sizing that it comes to. But yeah, I think this one stops at a sort of toddler age. I've made several pairs of these, which I shall just share with you in case they give you some inspiration. So this is the second pair I made. These are in the 3 to 6 month age group, and this fabric is from Fabrics Galore. It's got giraffes and crocodiles and yawning tigers on it. I have made my sister a pair of pyjamas in this fabric, and she is 30. So it's good for all age groups. And I lined the reverse side in this pale blue stretch stuff, which I think I might have got from Higgs and Higgs as well, but frankly you could get from anywhere. It's just a plain blue. And I used the pale pink poppers from the set. The other thing that I did with these, it is astonishing how many, it's my only quibble with this pattern, how many dungarees, rompers, all-in-one baby items don't come with a way of opening the bottom crotch seam without having to take the whole thing off. Given that when you're changing a nappy, and with a newborn baby you're changing nappies like 10 times a day, you don't want to have to unpin this, hoik it off the whole baby. I mean, just no. So I hacked this to add poppers to the bottom crotch seam, which I'm very happy to do a video about how to do that if it would be helpful, because you could do it to any baby pattern that has a bottom seam like this. So this basically, I mean, essentially all I did was turn the seam allowance for the outside and the inside in on each other. I zigzagged all the way around the edge of that seam and then put poppers on so that it closes in on itself. So it's flat when it closes rather than closing like that. That's it. 7 poppers, and they're great. I use them all the time, and I have done that to every pair of these that I've made now because it makes such a difference in terms of just being able to change a baby easily. So that's the second pair. This set I made in a fabric, also from Fabrics Galore, which I have a Romy Tilly and the Buttons dress in, which I made actually as a maternity pattern. It's a wonderful maternity pattern, and you can wear it after you've had the baby, which is great because it's not designed to be maternity, but it's great because it stretches and it looks really good because it's nice loose fit. I made that using the exact requirements that it said on the pattern, and I've made this with the leftovers and a couple of other things, so there was plenty. So the really nice thing about baby stuff is you can usually make it from the bits of fabric you've got left over from making something for yourself. And yes, I have worn that dress while she has been wearing these, and she blends in and camouflages and you can't see her anymore. Aha. So that's that, and then the last set might actually be my favourite, despite the fact that they were a bit of a sort of unplanned make. These I made out of 2 maternity t-shirts that I had left over from when I was pregnant. I bought 2 very cheap, like ready to wear, new look maternity t-shirts to wear under a dungaree dress that I had. One in this yellow and the other in the mustard. They were about £4 each, and as we all know, I talk a lot about fast fashion and how much I don't like it, but I needed 2 t-shirts. I very rarely buy things like that, but I wanted to make sure they didn't go to waste and go into landfill, so I've recycled them into these, and I just love them. Every time she wears them, people comment on them. I think it's partly the colour combination. I think the blue poppers look great on this, and I reversed the strap so that the strap is made from the opposite colourway on both, so when they're turned inside out you get the other side. Really good idea if you have maternity wear left from when you were pregnant and you don't want to get rid of it. You can make baby clothes out of it because there's loads of fabric in maternity wear. It's almost always stretch. It's usually really soft cotton because you want to be wearing that sort of thing when you're pregnant. Perfect. So the second sort of romper style outfit is this one, which is the Dhurata Davies Penny Romper. It's gorge. It's got a yoke seam, a little pleat at the front. It's got lovely bubbly hem, loads of room for them to move about in. This is in a sort of quilting weight cotton with little piglets all over it, which my sister bought for me for my birthday one year and I hadn't used. Pink poppers. And she has this brilliant way, has an inbuilt popper band, thank you, which she attaches in a really super duper way, and you could use that on loads of other patterns too. So that's a really good sort of option and technique. Yeah, lovely. Don't know where the fabric came from, I'm afraid, because it was a gift, but it's quilting weight cotton, so another really nice pattern because you can use those fabulous quilting weight cottons and gorgeous prints. Next ones we're going to do leggings. I have made 2 sets of these and I'm about to make some more. These are Brindille and Twig Footie leggings, which I first saw on Lauren from Guthrie Garney's Instagram when she had her baby back in autumn. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. Again, practical pattern. So often you get leggings for babies and you want to put them on underneath something else, or she wears bottoms and a vest a lot, that's sort of when she's not in dungarees. But if you have them without feet, then you've got to put blinking socks on, and baby socks are the most irritating things. They fall off all the time, they get kicked, you lose them, they go in the washing machine and get stuck. Leggings with feet. Brilliant, no need for socks, keeps their feet nice and warm. So yeah, these are great, and again, take like 20 minutes to sew up and they're really easy to sew. So these are brilliant. I've got them in this, which is the same Fabrics Galore print that the dungarees are from, and I've made them in this, which is a lovely sort of jade green ginkgo leaf print, which I made a maternity dress from, and again had loads left over. I shall link to it. I think I got this from myfabrics.co.uk, but I will check. So yeah, those are awesome and come in loads of, and again, comes in quite a long, big range of sizes. This one is a bit of a, well, let me just show it to you. These are Harem Pants. Again, a Brindille and Twig pattern, super simple, super quick to sew, really comfy, look very cute on. I made these out of, as an experiment, out of 2 old sleep suits that Matilda had grown out of. One is spotty, one is starry. They came in a set, so they're very similar colours. And I franken-hacked them together with a zigzag stitch by just cutting up the fabric into the biggest panels I could get, overlapping them and sewing them together until I had enough fabric to make these. They're a bit messy, but they're very cute, and the pattern's great, so I'm going to make a lot more of these because it's really quick. A friend of mine made them and put cuffs on the bottom, on the ankles, which also looks really good. It means you don't have to hem them. Yeah, another really great pattern, highly recommended, really good. So next, I'm rattling through. This is the Maple Cardigan by Sew Over It. A bit more of an involved make. It's got a neckband, it's got cuffs on the sleeves, it's got a hemband, like there's quite a lot going on here. I made this in this cable effect jersey, which comes in loads of colours. This I bought from Higgs and Higgs. I know Sew Over It also sell it. It's in lots of places. You see it in quite a lot of places. And I put rainbow buttons on the front because why wouldn't you? As my mother pointed out as soon as she saw these, well, they're not in the right order. It's like, yes, that's because I put one in the wrong order, so I thought I'd then mix up the others so it didn't look like I made an obvious mistake. But now I'm telling you, so I don't know why I bothered to say that. So this is the 3 to 6 month size, and actually it comes out quite big. She only really just fits into this now, and she's 6 months. Sorry, I think they're pollarding trees in our street, so apologies for the background noise. So that's the Maple Cardigan, but really nice. And if you wanted to make a lovely gift for someone, this is beautiful because it's a little involved, it's a bit more involved. And it's a really lovely pattern and keeps someone nice and snugly warm. And then the last one is this, which is the Kimono Wrap Cardigan by, again, I think it's Brindille and Twig. I got lots of their stuff, they do the best patterns. The original has a sort of pointed bottom that's longer. I cut it off short because on a baby I just felt like the length looked weird, it kind of came down to her knees. But again, it's completely reversible. It comes with, you fasten it with snaps at the collar. It's got this lovely fold over collar, and this one definitely goes up to a sort of size 6 or 7 year old. So you could make it for a slightly bigger child and it would look great. Yeah, this is gorgeous and doesn't take that long to make, even though it looks like it might be a bit more complicated. It's not. In the original, you sort of top stitch around all of the edges. I didn't bother and it's been absolutely fine. So yeah, another highly recommended one. This is really nice. Same fabric as the original dungarees, so from Higgs and Higgs, as you can see. So that's all of the sewing patterns. Knitting pattern. So my mum made me these lovely cardigans for Matilda when she was born. It's a 1 ball, 1 skein cardigan. She said it was really lovely to knit, and she made it in these lovely yarns that knit up into stripes. So this is just 1 yarn. It's not knitted with multiple. I shall pop a link in the description box because it's a pattern. Don't quite know where she got it from, but I'll put the details and try to find it online if I can, so that you can go and find it. She knitted it up really quickly. It takes 1 skein, so it's a really nice project if you've got stuff you want to use up. She made it in this colourway, and she also made her a slightly bigger one in this blue and orange, which is also very cute and lovely. It has this little kind of frilly edge to the sleeve, which is quite nice. So there we are. That's my sort of top 5 plus 1 knitting pattern, baby patterns. I hope you find that interesting and useful. Enjoy your sewing. If you're sewing baby stuff, then have fun. It's super quick to do, so it feels very satisfying and very cute when it's finished. And I will see you all again very soon. Bye!